Rome isn't a city you simply visit. It's a city you step into, one that surrounds you with memory, stone, and stories the moment you arrive. Every street feels older than time. Every corner reminds you that modern life here exists on top of something far older. With only 3 days, Rome doesn't wait for you to catch up. It reveals itself quickly, sometimes brutally, but always honestly. This is not a city that can be rushed, yet most travelers have no choice. This is Rome in 3 days. Day 1. The weight of history. Day 1 in Rome is overwhelming by design. The city introduces itself through scale. Ancient ruins appear without warning, woven directly into everyday life. Traffic moves past monuments that once defined an empire. Standing before the Colosseum, it becomes clear this was never just architecture, it was a symbol. A place built to display power, spectacle, and control. Thousands once gathered here not to admire history, but to participate in it. Even today, beneath the noise of crowds and cameras, the gravity of the place is impossible to ignore. Nearby, the Roman Forum stretches across the ground like an exposed archive. Broken columns, scattered stone, and open sky mark what was once the heart of political and social life in the Roman world. Walking through it feels less like sightseeing and more like witnessing the remains of ambition itself. As evening approaches, Rome begins to soften. The light turns golden. Stone walls glow. The city shifts away from monuments and toward movement, conversation, and ritual. Food becomes central. Streets grow louder. History steps back, just enough to let the present breathe. Day 2. Layers of belief and power. Rome was never built once. It was built on top of itself, again and again. Day 2 is about understanding those layers. Crossing into Vatican City feels like entering a different rhythm. The chaos of Rome gives way to symmetry and order. Inside St. Peter's Basilica, scale returns, but this time it's designed to humble. The vast interior draws your eyes upward, reminding you how small a single life can feel in the presence of belief, art, and centuries of devotion. But Rome is not only grand spaces and famous names. Beyond the Vatican walls, the city becomes quieter and more personal. Narrow streets replace open squares. Churches stand on foundations far older than their facades. Courtyards hide behind doors with no signs at all. Here, Rome feels less like a museum and more like a living organism. Locals move through it effortlessly, unimpressed by structures that stop visitors in their tracks. To them, this is not history. This is home. Day 3. The city that lingers. By the 3rd day, Rome begins to feel heavier, not physically, but emotionally. You notice details you missed before. Worn steps polished smooth by centuries of footsteps. Faded inscriptions. The way sunlight cuts through alleyways at exactly the right moment. Time feels shorter now. 3 days was never enough, and Rome makes sure you understand that. This is not a city built to be completed or checked off a list. At the Trevi Fountain, crowds gather for more than photographs. Coins are tossed over shoulders, wishes are made. Quiet promises to return are formed, even without a plan. Rome has a way of convincing people that this isn't goodbye, just a pause. As the city fades behind you, one truth becomes clear. Rome doesn't ask to be finished. It asks to be remembered. 3 days in Rome isn't a conclusion. It's an introduction. If you enjoyed this travel documentary, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for the next journey in the 3 days in series.